Good job, Bella. Mommy has a baby in her belly.
Chris Watts has decided he is not to blame for what happened to Shanann.
On the surface, they looked like the perfect family. A smiling wife, an affectionate husband, 2 little girls, and a baby boy on the way. Their lives, carefully documented on social media, painted a picture of happiness, health, and hope. But in August 2018, that picture shattered. In the quiet town of Frederick, Colorado, a crime unfolded so disturbing, so senseless, that it captured the world's attention. A husband, a father, a killer. This is the story of Chris Watts, a story of betrayal, lies, and the brutal destruction of a family. Chris Watts was born in 1985 in North Carolina. By most accounts, he was quiet, reserved, and not someone who drew attention to himself. In 2010, he met Shanann Catherine Razuchek through Facebook. Shanann was outgoing, vibrant, and ambitious. She worked hard, especially after being diagnosed with lupus, an autoimmune disease. Despite her health struggles, she built a career in direct sales and was known for her energy and determination. Chris and Shanann married in 2012. They soon welcomed 2 daughters, Bella, born in 2013, and Celeste, born in 2015. Their social media presence told a story of a happy family. Shanann frequently posted videos of Chris playing with the girls or of family moments filled with laughter and love.
Go, Bella.
But behind the perfect image, challenges grew. The couple faced significant financial struggles, declaring bankruptcy in 2015. Their mortgage and debts weighed heavily on them, and while Shanann pushed forward, working hard to provide stability, Chris grew more distant. By 2018, the family appeared settled in Frederick, Colorado. Shanann was pregnant with their 3rd child, a boy they had already named Nico.
So pink means...
That's just the test.
I know. It just says the pink is going to be girls.
I don't know. Just the test.
That's awesome.
Mommy has a baby in her belly. Are you guys excited? Yes? Are you really excited? Oh my goodness.
Outwardly, everything looked fine, but inwardly, the marriage was breaking. On August 13, 2018, Shanann returned home from a business trip around 2 a.m. Her friend, Nicole Atkinson, had dropped her off. Later that morning, Nicole grew worried. Shanann had missed a doctor's appointment and wasn't answering calls or texts. Knowing Shanann's health condition and her reliability, Nicole sensed something was wrong. She went to the Watts home and knocked, but no one answered. Chris eventually arrived, appearing calm, claiming he didn't know where Shanann or the children were. Police were called for a welfare check.
Hi.
You're Nicole?
Yes.
Okay. What's going on?
So my friend, we were out of town for a business trip this weekend.
All right.
And I dropped her off at 2 o'clock this morning. She's 15 weeks pregnant. She wasn't feeling well. And she had a doctor's appointment this morning at 9. And I told her to let me know if she needed me to take her. She's got 2 little girls. And she was very distraught over the weekend, wasn't eating normally or drinking. And we kept trying to force it on her because she's pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband and her supposedly are separating. But she didn't know this. She thought they were just having issues. He disclosed that to me today.
Okay.
Because I called him and I was like, have you talked or heard from Shanann since she left for work this morning? Because I can't get a hold of her. I've called, I've texted. Her car's in the garage. Her shoes she wears every single day right in the front door.
She only has one vehicle?
No, they only have the one vehicle in his work truck.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. There's not
a
a...
girl that went on a play date, but they're 4 and 2. She went on a play date. Why wouldn't she take a car? They're both in car seats.
Officer body cam footage shows them entering the house. Shanann's purse, phone, and keys were inside. The children's car seats were still in the vehicle. Signs suggested Shanann had never left, but Chris remained strangely detached. His explanations were vague. He mentioned they had argued the night before, yet his tone was flat, his demeanor unsettling. Neighbors also noticed something odd. One showed police his surveillance footage. On it, Chris was seen backing his truck into the driveway early that morning, something he never normally did. He claimed he was loading tools for work, but suspicions were growing.
Park out there on the side. I just want to get everything back in. Be easier, so lugging everything out there, all the tools that I had to bring in.
Within hours, the search for Shanann, Bella, and Celeste escalated. Chris spoke to local news outlets, standing on his porch, pleading for their safe return. But his words rang hollow. His body language revealed more than he intended. He crossed his arms, avoided eye contact, and spoke in a rehearsed, detached manner.
I called her 3 times, texted her about 3 times just to say, you know, what's going on. Like because after I called her and texted her once, it's like maybe she was just busy. Like she had just gotten back, you know. Like everybody's probably calling her from her trip. She just got back from Arizona, and I figured she was just busy. But when her friend showed up, that's what was like. It registered. Like, all right, this isn't right.
Do you think she just took off? Do you think?
I mean, right now I don't even want to just like throw anything out there. Like, I hope that she's somewhere safe right now and with the kids. But I mean, could she just taken off? I don't know. But if somebody has her and they're not safe, like I want them back now. Like that's what's in my head. Like if they're safe right now, they're gonna come back. But if they're not safe right now, that's the not knowing part. Like if they're not safe, last night I had every light in the house on. I was hoping that I would just ran over by the kids running in the door and just like barrel rushing me, but it didn't happen.
As investigators pressed him, cracks in his story widened. They noticed inconsistencies. Why wasn't he more frantic? Why was he so calm when his pregnant wife and daughters were missing? On August 15th, Chris was brought in for questioning. Detectives offered him a polygraph test.
Hi, Chris. How are you?
Sit on this?
Yep, I know. I'll explain what that is here in a little bit, but you don't have to worry. It's not on or anything right now. It's not gonna buzz you or anything.
Chris agreed. The results were undeniable. He failed completely. When confronted with the evidence, Chris began to unravel. First, he insisted Shanann had harmed the children and that he had killed her in a fit of rage. It was a lie, designed to shift blame onto his dead wife. But the truth, darker and colder, soon emerged. After hours of interrogation, Chris confessed.
I don't want to protect her. What? I don't want to protect her. You don't want to protect her. I don't know what else to say. She hurt him? Yeah. And then I don't know. I've not hurt her. You're a girl. Did they leave after that? No. So she started her kids. Chris, what happened? One, she smelled it. Or choking. I didn't hear anything. And then when I was downstairs, I came back up and they were gone. I don't know, like me talking to her about that. Talking to her about separation and everything, about and she lost it. I don't know, like, what else to say, like, I freaked out. Those are my kids. It's very sweet. And it's not that one time. You were leaving the place and doing work. And she freaked out over the separation of them. Like, she laid back down, but that's not downstairs, but I heard like a little commotion upstairs, but I didn't think anything of it. And then we went back upstairs and she was there. I could see, like, she was not up. One choking after her. Did she kill him? They're blue. Both of them, yes. She choked both from the dead. I freaked out when she had me. I want to say the I couldn't like call the cops about it. So when you do all the bodies off or something? I mean, I didn't know what else to do. I didn't freak out. I didn't know nothing else to do. I didn't know what to do. So she killed Lucy C. off, choked to death. Lost it and choke her. That's rage.
In the early hours of the August 13th, while Shanann slept, he straddled her in bed and strangled her. When Bella, their 4-year-old daughter, walked into the room, he told her her mother was just sick. He then loaded Shanann's body and his 2 little girls into his truck. He drove them alive to an oil site owned by his employer, Anadarko Petroleum. There, in a moment of unimaginable cruelty, Chris smothered Celeste with her blanket. Bella, watching in terror, cried out, "Daddy, no!" before she too was suffocated. Chris then buried Shanann in a shallow grave and forced his daughter's small bodies into oil tanks.
Why take their bodies out of the house and bury them? I was scared. I didn't know what else to do.
How did you get them in the tanks? Because
The hatch on top.
the hatch, how do you access that?
Walk upstairs.
And then what?
Open it.
Was it hard to get them in there? Did you have to push or anything, or?
Not really.
Chris then admits why he buried Shanann in a shallow grave, not in the oil tanks.
Is Shanann here because she couldn't, like, could you not lift her all the way up there, or?
The details horrified even the most seasoned investigators. The brutality, the coldness, the betrayal of a father's duty. It was beyond comprehension. Chris was arrested and charged with multiple counts of first-degree murder, unlawful termination of a pregnancy, and tampering with a body. Initially, he maintained his innocence in court, but faced with overwhelming evidence, including confessions, phone records, and surveillance footage, he pleaded guilty on November 6, 2018. The plea deal spared him the death penalty. Shanann's family supported this, not wanting to prolong their suffering through a lengthy trial. On November 19th, Chris Watts was sentenced to 5 life sentences without the possibility of parole, plus 84 additional years. He would spend the rest of his life behind bars. Why would a man destroy his own family? At the heart of the case was an affair. Chris had begun a relationship with a co-worker, Nicole Kessinger. He told her he was in the process of separating from Shanann. He envisioned a new life, free from the responsibilities of fatherhood and debt. Experts call this type of killer a family annihilator, a man who, under pressure, decides to erase his family rather than face exposure, responsibility, or change. But unlike many family annihilators who commit suicide after their crimes, Chris sought freedom. He wanted a fresh start, even if it meant murder. His lack of emotion, his lies, and his cold efficiency pointed to a disturbing narcissism. The murders devastated the Zuchek family. Shanann's parents lost their daughter, grandchildren, and unborn grandson. Their grief played out in public as the media dissected every detail. The community of Frederick was shaken. How could a man who seemed like a loving father commit such atrocities? The case became a global obsession, with documentaries, interviews, and endless speculation. For many, it was not just the crime itself, but the contrast between the family's public image and the horrifying reality behind closed doors. The Watts case is a chilling reminder that appearances can deceive. A smiling photo, a loving video, a perfect family portrait. None of it revealed the darkness beneath. In the end, Shanann, Bella, Celeste, and unborn Nico became victims of the one man who was meant to protect them. Chris Watts will spend his life behind prison walls, but the scars left by his crimes will never heal. Subscribe to join us as we uncover more crimes, mysteries, and stories that demand answers.